Eraserhead is a deeply disturbing movie. The film is incredibly surreal, unnerving, and widely considered one of David Lynch's masterpieces. One way this film receives its reputation is through its unique and unusual sound design. Eraserhead argues that value in life cannot be found in the world naturally. It accomplishes this by manipulating the sound-image relationship of elements around Henry, the protagonist. Certain sounds are at a higher volume and pitch than expected, showing that Henry sees the world as a confusing and frightening place that he can't find peace in. For example, near the start of the film, where we see Henry at home, he puts on a record which creates a distinct and distorted melody. Normally, this would be the dominant sound in the shot, but instead we hear this. But what does this mean? Well, in order to determine why this sound is important, we need to look at the sound-image relationship. In this scene, the sound of the radiator starts becoming dominant when we see Henry's face, which cuts to the radiator up close, and then back to Henry. This helps the audience understand that we are experiencing the sound from Henry's perspective. This shows the audience how Henry perceives the world around him as well. Instead of listening to the calmer, lower-pitched musical track, his attention shifts to the higher-pitched radiator as it becomes louder than the music. This is a violation of fidelity, or the accuracy of how a sound should act in the film's world, as the sound is much louder than it is expected to be. This volume shows how Henry views the world: chaotic, alarming, and frightening. This is not an isolated incident either. It's seen when Mary rubs her eye, when Henry hears the suckling of puppies, the cacophony of sounds heard when Bill gets upset.
I've seen this neighborhood change from pastures to the hellhole it is now. I'd put every damn pipe in this neighborhood.
And most noticeably, the crying of Henry's child. Henry hears the world as loud, high-pitched, and separated from typical fidelity. This is what truly reveals Henry's confusion and shows the audience that Henry's awkward composure is a result of hearing and experiencing the world in such a perturbed form.
Thank you very much.
Henry isn't sure what to make of the world. The addition of a child in his life only serves to further muddle his purpose, as he strives in vain to care for another life. However, there is one sound that does not match this pattern: the carnival music. As it consists of a lower volume and pitch, this sound is shockingly quiet compared to other notable sounds in the film. This sound blurs the line between diegetic, taking place in the story world, and non-diegetic, taking place outside the story world, as it appears distant, outside, and close on the stage in Henry's bed. You can hear it when he is walking to Mary's house, but it also appears when he is alone in his room, showing that the sound isn't truly diegetic in the world. It seems that this music exists only to Henry, which is confirmed as it only plays when Henry is alone. These sounds indicate a break for Henry in the world around him, a peaceful respite in a shrill and painful world. This film might show Henry is confused and frightened in this nightmare world, but this carnival music shows that when Henry is in his own mind, maybe this explains his actions at the end of the film. He gives up his attempted family as it won't give him happiness. His child is a burden in his life, and he gets rid of it, in hopes that he can reach an inner tranquility, separate from the horrifying world around him. In Eraserhead, it seems that life has no outside value, and said value can only be found through inner peace. Eraserhead is an upsetting film, and a crucial reason for that is the sound design, which places the audience in a shrill, loud world where little mental peace can be found. The only solace is in one's own mind. The only way Henry is to escape his situation is to abandon worldly desires, such as trying to maintain a family. Eraserhead's sound is great at disturbing the audience by evoking Henry's emotions.